people, if you bring them together and support them to talk to each other, and in that way you get more than the sum of their little bits of knowledge. You get insight and wisdom that you wouldn't have had if people had had time to speak. This is a difficult and emotive issue. So it would be surprising, in fact worrying, if there weren't strong emotions in the room. Yeah, so that, you know, we're meant to have strong emotions about these issues. So please have respect for that as we talk together. I hope, this is my hope really, that this is the middle of a conversation. That means in 3 hours we're not going to finish the conversation. It would be wrong if we did. So each table has its kind of bits of paper up on the wall. It's for parked issues, and please have faith that we're going to take those parked issues seriously. So if you feel frustrated, something that is really important to you has not been addressed today, then please get your facilitator on your table, or you yourself, feel free. There's lots of pens out there. I'll invite you to scribble all over everything except the walls. So please feel free to make a note of something. This one for me really is timekeeping. I get quite interested in these conversations, so there's a risk of me going on. But also, in order to support a room of, I think, probably about 60 of you to get to 12:30 with a good outcome, I'm going to have to be pretty fierce about timekeeping. So please don't be offended if I cut off conversations. You'll be in the middle of an interesting conversation and I'll probably yell at you to tell you to stop. I apologise in advance, but it's really the only way to support us all to the end of the conversation. I'm going to hand over to Gary now, who's going to talk a little bit. There was a request in the consultation, I'll share with you a little bit, just about some feedback on the previous strategy in this area, which operated from 17 to this year. So I'll just get Gary to talk through, I'll share the aims here and talk through those with you.
Yeah. Good morning everyone, I'm Gary Davies, I'm the Head of Service for Early Intervention Targeted Support in the Council. And as Juliet put up about the middle of the conversation, I think it reflects the same about our development of our strategy in the city. And this isn't a start point of work, it's a continuation of work that's been started several years ago. And when we talk about a 10-year plan, that isn't about deciding what to do for the next 10 years. It's an iterative piece of work, and we're learning all the way. And as you look up here, you can start to see some of the priorities that were set in the previous strategy, which we're looking now to refresh and move into a next stage. And a lot of that is actually been working very well for us. You know, we've been identifying the most vulnerable young people across the city. We've been looking at how do we come alongside them and support them, how do we enhance this package of support, how do we work in partnership. We've been developing our locality-based working and the way in which agencies work together. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this because the point is to focus on today's activities. But I think if there was a challenge for us, is that, you know, the problem that we do have in Bristol is a homegrown problem. And it has been getting more troublesome as last year went on, and we've all seen through the headlines some of the really critical incidents that have played out, and we also know that the volumes happening below those critical incidents are still continuing to grow, and young people are still turning to knives and carrying knives for a myriad of reasons. And we could perhaps be accused of trying to tackle a chronic problem with acute tactics. And that's why we want to kind of start to think about 10 years and how we start to look at that longer picture about shifting culture, shifting attitudes, shifting our approach. So what I guess the main aim of talking about this slide was to say that this is part of the journey, and what we're picking up today, these themes that emerge, will be our next strategy iteration. And we'll be quite willing to go back and revisit that and keep renewing it as we learn as we go on. So thank you.
Okay, alongside the work which we've done in the last 2 months, well more like 6 weeks really, there's also been some work done by NOAS from the council on a problem profile. So this is about just gathering data about the issues related to youth violence in Bristol. And I've just, the problem profile is nearly done, but I'll just share some headlines on that for you. So in terms of serious youth violence offences, there have had an increase in recent years. That mirrors what's happening nationally. Yeah, so we've had a national, in fact, there is some evidence mirrors what happened internationally. So we've got a global rise from those countries where there is measures of youth violence. Number of offences relating to knife crime, actual bodily harm, grievous bodily harm and gun crime have all increased in that period of time. And I would draw your attention to actual bodily harm is by far the greatest of that number. Yeah, so nationally we have evidence that knife crime offences or carrying knives affect around 3 or 4% of young people. That's the national picture. So I think we should focus on the broader spectrum of youth violence and be careful to not fall into sort of assumptions that it is about knives. Serious knife crime offences, however, have increased in Bristol in recent years. And just a word about drug use. So it's really difficult to come to a definite conclusion about this, but we do have indications that young people's drug use has fallen over the last decade. Again, similar to the national picture, but again, a slow rise in recent years. So you've got overall downward trend, we've got a couple of years of rising again the last couple of years. Young people spoke to us about drugs, but not nearly as much as you might think. And there is growing concern there's a greater impact with high THC levels now in candidates, that there might be, for those that are using drugs, there might be a bigger impact on health and well-being decision making as well. Yeah, that's great. So a little bit about this project. I'm not going to